Exasperated lawmakers from both sides were joined by 9/11 first responders, survivors, and their families.
We've all been here many times before, and over the last 18 years, and we do not want to do this again.
We've been here 6 times. Today's number 7 since October.
Led by officials from New York, the group announced the Never Forget the Heroes permanent authorization of the September 11th Victim Compensation Fund Act. If passed, it would fully fund the VCF, which is running out of money, and make it permanent, preventing cuts to compensation awards.
The 9/11 death toll is still growing. 9/11 responders are still suffering.
Earlier this month, the VCF announced there was a funding shortfall and that cuts of 50 to 70% would affect injured and ill 9/11 responders and survivors.
Our suffering is not going to end on a deadline. It's not going to slowly diminish by 50 to 70%.
My husband died waiting for the VCF and believing that this country was going to stand here and protect his family when he couldn't.
If Congress doesn't act, the VCF could close next year altogether.
When we passed the bill, we didn't list cancer as one of the diseases because we couldn't prove it yet. We set up a committee that could add diseases, and they, of course, added cancer. Now, we have so many cancer cases.
Republicans joined the impassioned plea of their colleagues asking for quick passage of the bill.
It's an obligation that we owe to all of those, either those who were first responders, those who lived in the area, those who were students, those who just happen to be local merchants who got caught up in this.
Comedian and advocate for 9/11 responders and survivors Jon Stewart also made a plea.
This is your opportunity to write a final chapter for these men and women.
They also noted who was not there today. All of the first responders who fought for years for legislation and funding who have since passed away. Legislation was finally passed back in 2010 and then extended in 2015. Officials say thousands more are expected to be diagnosed with 9/11 related cancers. Maurice?